Good morning, good afternoon, 44 Trading Room. How are you today? Hi, team. Good morning, Clifton. Good morning, Scott. Please let me know if it's not okay. Hopefully, it's going to be okay. Hi, Scott V. Good morning, Guidance Room. Tara, nice to see you. Scott, Roger, John, Dor, Clive, Sonny. Nice to see everyone. Let me just share the screen and start this pre-market session, which looks like at this time maybe the market is pulling back a little bit. I'm still not sure though. In this question, hi Aitse, good day for you as well. Okay, thank you Roger for the feedback. All right, traders. So indeed, if I just check the S&P 500 here, it's really weird to see that at this moment it's slightly red. We have not seen this for a while. Actually, exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days or 5 days ago, last time trading days indeed. Now, as you can see, it's fighting a little bit, but still everything is still strong. It was even more to the red side. If you just check the pre-market, you can see that the S&P 500 pulled back under this $597. Yesterday, it made a little battle as well against the bears. Also, as you can see, it's still extremely strong and already made a recovery from the pre-market lows. At the moment, the market is starting quite off zero. Bitcoin approaching 90,000 is just amazing, actually. I just go to the Bitcoin to see what's happening here at the moment. Bitcoin, it's pulling back after almost reaching 90,000. It was just like a 20 something, 30 something dollar shy of the 90K, amazingly strong. Coin up yesterday more than 20%. So it's just insane, this huge run since the election. Hi, Frank. Good morning to you. All right, so this is how we are starting today, again without major economic news. As I've told you yesterday, this week, the start of the week, it's quite shy on the economic front, but indeed from tomorrow on we will get some numbers released. Today though, it's going to be some FOMC member speakers, and even Kashkari, it's among the speakers, so let's be careful, you know, that once he just sent the market for a touchdown, actually. So let's see if he is going to repeat that. I don't think so, though. All right, so today, actually, FOMC member Barkin speaks at 10:15. Before that, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, guys, let's be careful because Waller, she's going to speak. After that, Barkin speaks. And 2 p.m., as I've just mentioned, before Kashkari, he's going to be on the stage as an FOMC member speaker. And even later, after the market closed, still Harker speaks again and even Barkin, but it doesn't matter. It's not relevant for us because the market is going to be closed by 5 p.m. by that time when they're starting speaking. So 10 o'clock, 10:15, and 2 p.m., these are going to be the most important FOMC member speakers. Regarding really the economic news, nothing at all, no economic numbers. But tomorrow, the 13th of November, again, a bunch of FOMC member speakers before the market opens, during the market opens, but 1 hour before the market opens tomorrow, it's going to be the CPI numbers. And let's see how the numbers just progressed. Actually, the last numbers, they were not really good, but it did not ruin the mood, the bullish mood sentiment on the market. Let's see what's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a more lively day. Today I am expecting quite a small, maybe nothing, no big movements day, maybe choppy. So be careful with today. I think the market is starting to get a bit tired of this big run. You know, it needs to get a break, and I think the very much needed break is going to happen today. Well, let's see, might I'm not right. Also, we have some great movers regarding the stock exchanges all over the world. Europe did not do very well indeed, as I've seen, at least for the start of the day. And since then, it's even more to the red side. DAX is down minus 0.98%. On the Asian section, as I've seen, it was quite similar indeed. So 2.84 down on the Hang Seng and 0.40 down on the Nikkei. Why the market is struggling now? Yesterday the bond market, it was closed, the treasuries were not moving too much, but today the treasuries started to push higher, like the 10 years are up 0.08, as I see, back to this 4.40%, and this is just putting a pressure on the market. Good morning, Lee. Nice to see you. Okay, guys. So this is the situation at the moment. All of the Trump stocks just run crazy. Tesla yesterday just ended over 350. Now I've seen a small pullback as well, 2.9% lower, not even mention coin and Bitcoin, which are in a pullback. I'm wondering what's going to happen with these SMCI traders. Also, Amir had a beautiful call on this SMCI. It was a very nice call indeed for the reversal. It made a nice reversal about this 2210. And went even to this 23.45 to the pivot S1, as I see on the intraday chart. And today, though, it's still weak, starting quiet week, 4.5% lower, back to this $22 area. But I'm going to keep an eye definitely on the SMCI today and all of the election or Trump-related stocks and Bitcoin-related stocks on my list. But as I mentioned we have some great movers for today, like Home Depot, LYV, Shopify, all of them earnings stocks indeed. So this is what I'm going to start the day with. And until I don't forget, I just repeat myself every day. If you have any questions, any struggle in trading, anything like that, traders, my email, and I'm always open for you. If you want to share your struggles with me, your joy even, I got emails like that as well, that they just win a big with one of the call or anything like that. So it's very nice, and thank you very much for sharing these things with me. So please just feel free to write me. My email just changed, as you know, because I am representing here the educational and the professional help from the TEFS side. So if you are interested in the TEFS packages, it's the same. I am more than happy to help you. Also, we have a great dedicated support team as well. But here in the room, you can just reach me if you are interested in the TEFS packages. Hi, Dor. Good morning to you. Okay, traders, now let's see these stocks here one by one. And I'm going to start actually with Shopify, which is popped 14% after posting a third quarter operating income of the $283 million. Wow, that's a big one. Actually, it's up from 122 million in the same quarter a year ago. So beautiful, very nice move. On the numbers higher of the Shopify. Let's see how does it look like. Oh, wow, that's a bit extended like everything today. So actually I'm not going to repeat myself. You know that almost everything except of SMCI, everything looks like really extended. The Shopify definitely is just popped over 100, even 110. For me, it's a bit too much to the upside, 20% already, huge pre-market volume. I'm going to put it to the pre-market or on the long side, but I'm going to be a bit careful with this stock. Doesn't mean it cannot go higher indeed. For me, it's just a little bit too much to the upside. So actually, if I would, I don't know, bought it, unfortunately I did not, but if I would have bought it on 70 and today I see 110, definitely I would put some money in my pocket, right? So it's maybe some profit taking is going to happen in the beginning of the day, and let's see if it can just make a turnaround, and in this case we can just enter for a nice long position. Hi David, good morning to you. Okay, traders, hi David G, nice to see you. I'm just starting my list. So long. No, you know what? I'm going to put Shopify just to the secondary list. I'm a bit afraid of this plus 20 percent to the upside. So Shopify to the secondary list. Hi, Chris. Good morning to you. All right. Home Depot comes next. This was an earnings stock as well after the market close. No, before the market open. Sorry, and it is 1.7% higher after the company topped the earnings expectations and even lifted a full-year outlook. This is a really, really good news for the HD. By the way, most of the U.S. People, they're just expecting from President Trump as well to move or do something with the home prices, because it's not just a problem in the US but all over the world actually, that the home prices went up a lot since 2020. Even they actually doubled or maybe even more, and this is what they are waiting from the new president, again, or the new president, to solve. However, I don't know how it can be solved indeed. So HD, never mind, HD is higher, 1.67%. I like it a bit better than the Shopify because it's not 20, only 167. Let's see if it can continue. Also, the pre-market high is going to be quite of a strong resistance. As you can see, 422.29 was a previous high, and it needs to be broken, which is, I think it's an all-time high as well. Let's just move HD to the long side, and let's see whether it can push back to this 220 level first and break it. Next one, Live Nation Entertainment, LYV, 5% higher as the live music and entertainment company posted an earnings which beat for the third quarter. That's a good news for LYV. Let's see if we can trade that stock. A bit shy of the pre-market volume, I must tell you, especially based on the fact that it's very extended. Second, it's up 6%. Well, let's see if it can push higher. It's the same like by the Shopify. For me, it's a little bit too much on the daily chart to the upside, low on the volume. I'm going to call it to the long side, but let's be careful with that stock. I would expect a bit higher pre-market volume, or even a pickup in the volume after the opening bell. If it's not going to happen, I'm going to be careful actually with that stock. There is a breaking news on the Netflix guide. Netflix ad-supported tier has 70 million monthly users 2 years after launch. So I guess this is a good news for Netflix, which is extremely strong anyway. It's up 0.36%. We're just going to watch it soon. Okay, LYV, after that video coming with 1.7% higher as an upgrade from Wells Fargo to overweight from equal weight. And they thought that video can serve as a pick and shovel play for the next wave of AI native front office and communication powered Gen AI applications. That's a really, really good one. Video, nice. All right, traders, video is higher now with 2%, bit shy, bit extended, just the same like LYV for me. Let's put it to the long side. But if the market starts to pull back a little bit, these cannot climb even more. I'm going to be careful with LYV and video for sure. IAC, sorry. Shares is just higher with like 1.63% only at the moment. It's waiting a spin-off of home improvement marketplace Angie. So this is IAC. I think I've never traded this stock. Let's see if we will. Oh no, it's just a very, very low volume in the pre-market, and the average volume, it's not my type of stock. So I'm just going to leave it. Trump Media in the news again. Shares of Trump Media Company pulled back 4% after rallying 5% during Monday trading session. Shares rose more than 4% last week. We know that. So DJT can go to the secondary list. Yesterday it just rigged me. It was the only loser of mine. After that, I had 4 winners. I hope you had a very nice green day as well. Green start of the week. But I don't think so. I'm going to touch DJT. Okta is here as well. Security software stock dipped 1.6 after a downgrade. And let's see how does it look like in the pre-market. And of course, traders, if you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. Octal looks like as an interesting one to the short side also. I'm going to put it to the short side, but I need more evidence that it can move lower, especially on the volume side. And Sentinel-1S, which is 1.6% higher on the Deutsche Bank upgrade. This stock can be quite of a big mover, actually. Pre-market volume a bit shy, 55,000. But this can be an interesting mover, so I'm just going to move it to the long side. And as I see DVG is watching AMD, NNE, Shopify, HON, and once more AMD, okay, to the upside. Well, I'm just moving now to the big movers of the list, like the gainers and the losers, and GLBE, which I'm just watching here with 8% higher on this stock. This is not a huge mover, but maybe can be interesting. One thing which I don't like is the pre-market volume, which is only 27K. That's a bit shy, so that's why GLB, I'm going to put it just to the secondary list. I see why HON it's on DVG's list, because this stock is actually crazy. It's up from 200 to 225 in several days, like, I don't know, quite off, and it's just jumping again 6.9. Looks like Honeywell is just unstoppable. Yeah, yesterday did not care about the market. I like that pick, but DVG called it already, so I'm not going to call it. I just found it in the gain NYSE or NASDAQ, sorry, gain NASDAQ as I see. Okay, NVDU, NVDL, NVDA. NVDA is green as well. I just seen the ETS. So NVDA looks like a possible one, which can be strong, but only if it's breaking really 150 at this time. NVDA, I'm going to put it to my long list. I'm going to watch it. This is one of the strongest semicon at the moment. Let's see if it can go higher. Amazon comes next. Amazon is higher with 1% on quite of okay volume. The same like with NVDA. I want to see 210 to be broken first and then to see whether it can continue. But among the big tech stocks, definitely Amazon is the strongest, followed by Microsoft, which is jumping from 0 to 0.27, so not very strong, but kind of. And Meta is up as well, 0.55%. So I'm going to watch the big tech stocks as well. And finally, as I see, mRNA is starting the pullback. I think mRNA might, I'm still not sure though, but might mRNA just touch this I'm too cheap not to buy me kind of level or stage back then yesterday on this $40 level indeed. So let's see whether it can make a reversal. mRNA, it's up 0.77% at the moment. It was, oh, okay. Sorry, it just triggered me. No, my old platform I'm just watching and it triggered me. It looked like 0.77 to the upside, but actually it's just down. Never mind. I'm going to keep an eye on mRNA. So no, it has not reached yet this I'm too cheap to buy level. Let's see whether it's going to touch it. I think there is a chance for that. Maybe not today, but let's just keep an eye on mRNA. MCHP. Microchip technology, which is higher 1.8%. I'm just going to move it to my long list. I like it. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning to you. Nice to see you here. Shopify, TGI, it's higher 11%. Triumph Group, which is higher a lot. LYV, it's on our list. STM Microelectronics, it's higher 2% as well. And I almost forgot ON, which is going to get earnings after market close, if I remember right. I'm going to watch this stock as well. So ON. To the downside, what I see is coins, so all of the Bitcoin related stocks which are going through a pullback. Also, let's be careful because coin or Bitcoin especially can just make a reversal out of the blue. So I'm going to be careful. But at the moment, actually, seems like that the coin and the Bitcoin related stocks are definitely moving lower. What I think, and it's going to move lower, might it's Tesla, by the way. So Okta and Tesla are going to be on my short list, but I'm going to be still careful with the Tesla. Also, it's an impressive 3% lower, and it's very much time to take a small profit taking there. So that's why I think that might we will see it lower. With the coin, I'm going to be careful, as I've told you. So this is my list today. For today, HDLYV, Twilio, Sentinel, and NVIDIA to the long side, Okta, Tesla to the short side, Shopify, DJT, GLB, EN, MCHP. I'm just going to watch it to the secondary list. Hi, Rick. Good morning to you. SE Mimi, yes, I've just seen it on my list as well. C Limited, which just got earnings, and I agree that this can be another winner on the long side. Sorry, I completely forgot about this talk, and however, I completely agree that this can be a great mover, especially if it's moving over the pre-market highs. Nice one. So SE still can go to the long list. Okay, traders. So that's it from my side. I just hand over the room for the guys. Have a beautiful green morning. Be careful. 10 o'clock, Waller speaks. After that, Waller or Barkin? Waller speaks. And after that, Barkin at 10:15 and 2 p.m. Kashkari. So be careful around that time. And I'm going to see you, of course, tomorrow. If you feel like you still have questions, just hop on over the guidance room. There you can find me for an extra hour because I'm just trading on a lower space, as you know. So have a great one, everyone, and
I get a quick sound check. All right. Well, good morning, 44 Trading Nation. Hope you all are well. I was away a little bit yesterday. Managed to take a couple trades on the go, so glad those worked out. Not too bad though. Big moves. One word I would use for today: acrophobia, fear of heights. We're pretty high on a lot of these markets, a lot of these stocks. Again, just because we're up here at these all-time highs, etc., doesn't mean we can't go higher. I would be cautious though, just because we'll likely see some profit taking. The question is, be mindful of like key levels. Big one I'm watching this morning is going to be Tesla. What a monster move. We talked about that, I think, like maybe 3 days ago, 3 sessions ago, back when it was at $300, and I wanted to go long 300, thinking I missed it. What a mistake. And that thing went up to what, 360? So hopefully some of you guys are able to take advantage of that big, huge move on Tesla. I'll be watching the 343 level this morning. If we push above 343, there's a good chance we go and test those highs. If we start getting some rejection, there's like a perfect crossover happening there. between the 55 and 200 that happened earlier this morning in the after-hour session. So keeping an eye on that. Honeywell, big news on Honeywell. I'm going to wait for a pullback, about 50% of that move that we saw there. Elliott Management looking to take a $5 billion stake in Honeywell. So a good chance that we'll see additional moves on Honeywell. Shopify, some great earnings, both top and bottom beat. So we're keeping an eye on that behavior this morning. Maybe we'll get a subtle pullback to the 105 print, maybe even less than that. So we're keeping an eye on Shopify this morning. Spotify reports tonight. Stock I also like here. Might be looking at, build a small short position. I'm not sure. It's a pretty expensive stock, but man, it looks incredible. Hanging out over the 200 EMA for literally the last several sessions, and not showing really any sign of pulling back here as we go into earnings this evening. So I'll be keeping an eye on Spotify this morning. NNE got some good news this morning. That said, SMR, kind of its counterpart for any of these. What do they call it? Small modular reactor. It's what it sounds for. So NNE got some good news this morning in that space as joining the U.S. Department of Commerce with International Trade Administration. So good news for them. So I might be keeping an eye on, maybe they become one of the front runners in that nuclear energy play. So, and it's pretty cheap, $21. It could be a swing trade for me. Maybe hold it for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. We'll see what happens. So nano nuclear energy, I'll be keeping an eye on that. Apple's been kind of chopping around left and right. To be honest with you guys, I'm not going to touch it. As you guys know, 0 for 6 for a while there. Of course, seeing it drop to 221 in the last couple sessions, making me a little upset, but that's all right. Cool as a cucumber, you got to be in this game. So let's see. I'm looking at the coin trade as well. What a big, huge move on coin. Can't complain to see that happen. It's kind of the same thing as Tesla. If you pull up your 200 and your 55, you see there's a crossover kind of happening now. So I'll need to see a push over that 316 to 318 area with some strength for me to get bullish. Otherwise, I'll probably take a short position. Keeping an eye here on Tesla here, like right here before the open. Talked about the 343 level. Look at it go. So might be my first trade right out the gate. Scott just texted me. I guess apparently there's no internet in his building. So hopefully we get a chance to see him here at the open. Let's just say good morning to everybody this morning. Who do we got in the room? Let me scroll to the top. Who is first in? Let's see. Scott V, good morning to you for being first on the day. Welcome. Itzhak, good morning. Frank Lee, good morning. Always good to see you. Chris, good morning. Jennifer in the house, good morning. Miguel, good morning. Mimi, Steve C, thanks for the sound check there. Cecine, good morning. Ed, yep. Tim R's in the building. Hallie, Drawer, good morning. Rick, yeah, cue the disclaimer. Of course, we can't go nowhere without cueing the disclaimer. Look, guys, trading securities is risky. It's your money. Risk it at your own will. Look, at the end of the day, guys, we're here to train, educate, and grow as a community. So appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, it's there you are. Right. So again, first couple trades I'll be looking right out of the gate. Tesla and coin, obviously big powerhouse movers the last several sessions. Keeping an eye here now on this Tesla 343 area. Let's see how we open up. I start seeing some rejection in this area. I may consider a short. But again, do not go against the trend. The trend right now is still up, but we are seeing a subtle pullback. Could be an opportunity for us to buy. So I'll let the market open up probably, I don't know, maybe the first 3 minutes or so. Maybe not take a trade unless I see something I absolutely can't, say no to. Let's see. I think NNE is probably going to be, I'll just swing trade. I'll nibble on that one. I may even get some here pre-market. Let's see what it does at the open on NNE. I don't want it to distract me from a bigger move on names like Coin or Tesla. Microsoft, kind of interesting, by the way, at this 417 level. 417 is a big level for Microsoft. And it's almost like created a footing at this 417 print. So does it decide to move higher, right, and start testing that 430 range again? I don't know. but I'll be keeping an eye on Microsoft in the next, several sessions here. Let me look. What else do I have here? Eli Lilly also has a crossover of that 55 and 200. Looking to see how that behaves as well. Definitely plenty of stocks to choose from this morning. Worth noting, I think Aggie went over some of the earnings that we have coming up this week. So, all right, we are open, folks. Keeping an eye here on Tesla. Let's see if we get over 344, it might be worth stepping in. Maybe a small share size. If we start seeing rejection at this 344 print, I may start to short this thing. Let's see what happens. Watching Honeywell. I want to see a pullback on Honeywell right around 236 print, maybe 235 would be ideal. Here's that rejection on Tesla. Getting ready to enter here. I'll wait. I may actually get a better entry. All right, we're going to get started on this Tesla short. There we go. Thank you. Wow, that was quick. Okay, that'll work. I'll wait. Let's see if we get a better partial. Unfortunately, I didn't go full size, guys. I just started a position. I'm going to add here. Just a moment. There we go. We got a small add. I may add another little chunk here. I'd like to see like 335 maybe. We'll see if we get that breakdown. Should be quick. Maybe get 330 even. Watching coin for a similar move. We'll see how it behaves here. Okay, keeping an eye on NVIDIA now. What am I going to do here with NNE? I'm going to jump in NNE. I got in late, but that's all right. There we go. This will be a swing trade, guys, on NNE. So I don't plan on nibbling on this. Don't mind building on it. Okay. There we go. So I'll hold that one for a couple weeks. Let's see if we get the break now on Tesla. I'm watching AMD for a potential bounce here. They got some decent news. So let's see if that helps them out or not. I'm getting ready to take a partial here on Tesla, guys. Let's wait. 335 print should be quick. Here we go. There we go. Man, that spread is hurting there. Let's see. Should get it here, guys. I mean, looks like the pre-market low is 330. So here we got the 335 print. Watching coin now, guys. Okay, I'm going to take a partial on Tesla right here. There we go. Took some off. Nice trade there. And then I'm just going to set it and forget it. Not even going to look at that. Watching coin, guys. Let's see if we get a bounce here on coin. 310 psychological level. There's a crossover happening at the moment. Also watching JP Morgan push higher here. I don't want to jinx it, but I think JPM's got a shot at maybe moving down. Maybe try the 243 area and then likely come back down. So let's see what's going on here. Let's find Microsoft. Here it goes. We talked about this 417 level. I'm going to go ahead and go long Microsoft here. 419.45. Microsoft. There we go. I really like this coin trade. I missed it at 310. It moved right past me. Jeez. Anybody take it? I was watching it right there too. 310. Popped 2 points in a heartbeat. Oh well. All right, I'm gonna go long AMD here. 146, okay? 146. I'll put it out there so we get filled. So we got some decent news this morning. There we go, we're in. AMD, let's go. If I get over 146.75, I'll add. If we start seeing rejection there, this stop will be pretty tight. Okay. There goes NNE. All right, cool. I'm actually going to add another 50 shares. Why not? That'll be a swing trade, folks. Coin looking great now. Oh man, I might have missed it. Hmm. Hmm. I see 421 on Microsoft. I will add. Glad I took a partial on Tesla. Look at it heating up now. Hopefully we see a rejection on Tesla and I can hold this and it continues the downward move. If not, guys, I'm not going to fight the tape. Right? Come on, Microsoft. 422 target, Microsoft. So I see a 421 print. I'll definitely hit it for more. Might even do it beforehand, 420 and a half area. Getting ready to add on AMD again, over 146.75. That's what I'm looking at. I'm actually going to put it out there right now. See if I get, someone wants the shares, wants to sell me their shares, I should say. Okay, we're getting close on AMD. Let's go. See a big push here. Let me go back to Spotify. I may start a short position small here, like baby size. 414. Let me see. Can I get a better entry here? 414.90. I'll put it out there. 414.90, small size, short on Spotify into earnings. Risky business. Okay. We just got in. It's a small size though. Come on, AMD. Don't slow down on me now. Guys, look at coin. Huge move now. Just that one trade at 310 would have made me 7 points already. What in the world? Barely hanging on. Excuse me. Barely hanging on to the running shares of the Tesla short here. Barely, barely. Looks like it now wants to break out. We'll see. I'll be patient. I'll give it a little bit of room. So we're slightly red on the runners right now. But we banked our profit. Beautiful trade this morning. Come on, AMD. What are you doing? Meanwhile, Nvidia is taking off. Coin now. It's got room to 340, right? But I don't. Right now, this is the breakout area. So if it fails here, you can count on this stock pulling back pretty significantly. But it doesn't look like it's slowing down here on coin. I should have loaded up NNE. Look at this thing go. Let's see. Barely hanging on to Tesla, guys. I'm going to be out of here in a bit. Let's see what it does. So NNE looking great. AMD, womp womp. Spotify kind of working here. I'd like to see a breakdown underneath the low of day, and then see it take out the close. If we do that, I mean, obviously I could probably add to that position to the downside, but I'll wait. Okay. Yeah, Microsoft just kind of limping around. I don't like that. Coin, meanwhile, we've been up 10 points, guys, if we took it at 310. Wow. Sometimes that hesitation costs you. All right, guys, watch out for NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is going to try 150 for the first time. 149.77 all-time high on NVIDIA, but sorry, 149.77. That's what I said, right? I'm going to add to Tesla here short. Let's go. Let's bury this thing. Add it. Boom. So we took a position, added to the position, took a partial on the position, went up, saw rejection on the position. Now I'm adding again in the event we break down. Now, if we pile, if this thing, jumps higher, I'm going to get out of the way, right? There's no reason to fight the tape. But if we see another retest of that low of day, I might even add again to see that 330 number, maybe 331, 332. So maybe we get that 8 to 10 points to the downside. Just got to be a little bit patient here. AMD really just disappointing here. They announced their new premium series Gen 2, chips this morning and nothing. So I can hang on to AMD a bit longer. I'm watching coin though. Really trying to get a better feel for what it's thinking. Like if it gets up to the close, which is about 3 points away. So coin to 323, 324 area. I want to see what it does in that area. The problem is it's like a 50-cent spread. So shorting it or going long could be risky. So I'll keep an eye on that level though. If we start rejecting that close, and I'm seeing the Qs roll over a little bit here. Again, I'm going to wait for Spotify to add. Just such a small position. It's expensive stock. Expensive stock with not a ton of volume. Microsoft, I don't mind getting in and out because, the spread this morning is a little bit higher than normal. It's about 15 cents. Normally it's like, 2 to 3 cents on a $420 stock. I like to call that a good deal. All right. Kev, you're looking at Qualcomm. Let's pull that up. What's going on here? There we go. Too low a volume for me this morning. I could see that though. It's just you may find a base if you look left yesterday. This was kind of the area of support where we found buyers 166 to 166.50 ish. Kind of found some support on that. Said be careful. If you get a break under 166, it does look good. Good luck, Kev. Oh no, AMD, come on, don't do it to me. May have to get out of the way, AMD here. Again, it's not a big loss, right? We're talking 70 cents, but I don't like this move. Here comes coin. Let's do it. 319 short. Scary business here on coin. It'll be a smaller position again, similar build. If we go in directionally, there we go. We're in. If we get the direction right, we'll add. Okay, break under 316. I'll add. Watch Tesla now, guys. Tesla should come to Papa here. I'm adding to Spotify here in just a moment. Let's see a 411. There we go. There we go. I'm adding to Spotify short. Acrophobia today, guys. Fear of heights. That's the word for me today. I want to see how many people start to panic and where we start to really find some support. Everything right now looks like markets want to move higher, right? But I think there could be some folks trying to take some profit off the table, take some risk off the table as we come in towards the end of the year, and then find another opportunity to build on their positions at key levels. So again, nothing wrong with waiting to get long on a position at certain levels. Like I said, even coin to me, like I want to see a break under VWAP like right now. If it doesn't, I'm happy to get out of the way, right? It was a trade worth taking to see if we're not going to continue to fly higher, but hopefully that makes sense. Getting ready to take a partial here on Tesla. I want to see a new low of day on Tesla. Let's look at Lily. Yeah, I missed that. Dang it. All right, that's okay. So Microsoft kind of stalling here. Coin now getting a little stronger. Let's see what happens here. Don't do it, coin. I need to see failure here on coin. Maybe not going to get it. I'm going to put the stop at the close on coins. That could be a decent loser for me if it gets to, I'll put it 11 cents above the close. Good news is we have other positions playing in favor, right? Microsoft's moving in favor. AMD is whatever at this point. Spotify just kind of right around entry. But luckily we took that nice partial on Tesla this morning. It's giving us a little buffer. All right. Don't like adding to a losing trade on coin, but I may consider a 319 re-entry here. Let's see what happens. Looking for a quick big break to the downside where I will pay myself on Tesla and coin. And if AMD gets below the low of day, so I'm going to put 144.97 and I'll be out of AMD. Guys, watch the cues here. We're coming up on that 200 EMA. Should see some support, but if we break that, I want to see maybe we get down to that 512 to 510 area like we did yesterday. Microsoft hasn't really even given me a chance to take a partial. It got up to 420.50, made a point on it, and then, well, we're out of AMD, guys. Who knows? Maybe this is where it turns around, but I'm not here to play games with it. So small loser on AMD, folks. Coin moving against as well. Don't really like this right now. Watching the SPY though. BA also breaking down pretty significantly. Yeah, Rick, I just got out here at the low. 144.97. I put it out there like as a stop and it got filled. And who knows? I might have just got swept. So like yesterday I was watching the 511.51 area on the Qs looking for a liquidity sweep and then to find buyers, which is exactly what happened. We undercut it by ever so slightly. Got down to like 510.92 at the low of yesterday. So there's your liquidity sweep, and then found buyers. We pushed higher. So that to me is a signal that bulls are still here, right? That said, I'm also looking more broadly at certain names where I think profits being taken. Tesla was a risky one this morning because I don't know. Tesla hit what 360 something. 363, I think. So this definitely has room to the upside. Um, and I'm more than happy to get out of the way. Like right now, it's looking really bullish. So I may get out of the way, switch gears, and go long on Tesla. I'll wait. Coin kind of similar. Those are the two big stocks I was watching today at like the 50-50 mark where a big decision is going to be made, I think. Hey, Kev, thanks for the reminder. Waller speaks in now 11 minutes. Might be forced out of coin here in just a moment. That one might hurt a little bit. That's okay, though. Here comes Spotify. I'll add again if we break 412 again. For me, with Spotify, look, I love that company, but they're coming into earnings this afternoon, so maybe we see a tiny bit of profit taking, maybe. If we get below that 408 number, I mean, 405 to 400 becomes a reality. And we're in up here at this 414 level, so we definitely got some room. So if I see Tesla break down, hallelujah. Coin breaks down, even better. AMD, we got stopped out, and Microsoft is literally just making me fall asleep. I do like Eli Lilly though, to the downside. Now, granted, that's temporary, and I don't like the fact that there's only 270,000 shares in there. But I was watching that behaviorally yesterday, and it literally just held on to the 200 EMA almost all day, just bouncing off of it. And as soon as I saw crossover in the pre-market, 55, 22, and the 12 all at the same time, it pushed it lower pretty significantly. So it was one I was watching as a potential downside move. That said, there's a lot of buyers hanging out in the 820s on Eli, like 800, 820. So I may not even touch it. Microsoft, what a joke. Guys, can you believe it? Netflix is up at $813. Wow, that's pretty wild. All right, I'm putting a hard stop on coin in case it decides to run here. Again, that one's going to kind of hurt. That's going to take majority of my profit from the Tesla short this morning. If I get stopped out, we'll see. Just because it's a big mover, it could jump $3 out of nowhere. What else do we have? All right, guys, I'm watching Honeywell. This is kind of the perfect area for a pullback I wanted to see. I'm going to see what it does here in the next little bit. Um, the area that I had marked off for potentially starting to build a position, like where I wanted to see some support build, is 236.60. So if this pulls back a little more, great. Maybe a better entry. Also watching Shopify. Only trouble with Shopify is just kind of going to move slowly. So it may not even take that trade, but looks good. Looks nice. Let's push higher. I'm tempted to get in the Honeywell right here, 235.50. I just want to see if it continues to break down. If it does, that's great. I'll happily buy it cheaper. Oh, coin's getting very close. Coin might take me out. No, it's not good. All right, I'm gonna hit Tesla again. I'm gonna add. Still hanging on the coin, but red on that trade. All right, I'm looking at Honeywell. I kind of like it here, guys. I may start to nibble here. Let's put it out there, 235.60. May not get filled. It's bouncing around my entry, so let's see if we get it. 235.60. Good news is my NNE position is absolutely crushing. Like for a $20 stock, we're up 2 points on it. I'll take it. But it's a swing, so let's be mindful of that. Out of shop, cool. Very nice. Good call out, Rick. Yeah, that's that. I was watching shop all morning. It looked good there. I think Honeywell is going to try the turnaround here. This I'm starting a nibble position here. I will give it probably till 233. Call it 234. If we start to bounce there, it'd be the only time I start adding to a losing trade. But I have a feeling this is more of like this could be more of a swing trade. We'll see. It's such a small position right now. Just kind of at least getting my my feet wet because the pullback I wanted to see was a 50% retrace of that huge move we had pre-market. So that put us in around 236 and a half or so. So I'm getting it, a dollar cheaper. It's not a bad thing. And we're out of coin, guys. That was a little painful. That's too bad. My initial bias was above 310, go long. We missed it, and then I tried to put a lid on the move. Didn't work out. Bummer. Very nice trade, by the way, on Shop Rick. Very cool. It's tough to see stuff like that too, because really, where my stop was on coin, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing it pull back from there because it's right near the close. Yes, I gave it a little extra than the close. It got there, overshot. Now it's starting to look, you know, it's trying to consolidate or make a decision here. But you got to respect stop losses. Trade to your plan. If you get run over, get out of the way. Means your entry was off, or it means your timing was off. Investors time in the market, traders timing the market. That's how I like to think about it. Here comes Tesla, y'all. Watch Tesla. I'm gonna get like 4 points on this thing in like a blink of an eye. Q's moving higher though. Q's are getting stronger. Looking around, let's see what Apple's doing. Let's see what Meta's doing. Meta's up near $600 again. Here comes Tesla. All right, guys, I'm gonna wait till we get a new low day on Tesla. We're getting our move on Honeywell. Over 236 and a half. I'll add, I'll double my size, but not to say much. I mean, it was a small size to begin with. Looking for maybe like 240. I'm considering trimming a position here, Microsoft, just because it's moving so slowly. It looks like it's consolidating and wants to move higher, but we'll see. I'm gonna trim that one though, which is different than a partial. It's just basically eating a small loss, so I'm not as exposed if it does break lower. That coin trade got me, guys, this morning. So Nvidia looking healthy. Yeah, a couple losing trades this morning. We had AMD. We tried to go long at 146. That got us stopped out. Coin. We wanted it long at 310, but said to try to take it the opposite direction, and got run over. Good news is Tesla worked out this morning, bright and early. Microsoft kind of going sideways. Rick took an amazing trade on Shop. If this Tesla trade works out, though, I could care less about all the other ones. All right, 136 and a half right here on Honeywell. I'm going to add. I'm actually going to add. Let's add a little more. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we get a push now. Over one. Oh, we got it right here. 136 or 236.80 area. We should at least test the VWAP on Honeywell. And I'm more than happy to hang on to this to see if we can, maybe look at the high of day 245 area. So around 240, I'll pay myself and then let the rest go. MSTR meta. Let's see. Let me take a look, Mimi. Um, MSTR, you're right at the VWAP, you're right at the close. So that's a 50-50 play. And it's a big mover. So I'm not sure how to directionally give you an idea there because you're kind of right at that level. So if it bounces off the VWAP and moves higher, maybe there's your justification to move higher. If it breaks that, then maybe it's your opportunity to short. And Meta is kind of the exact same thing, right at the VWAP. So if you see some support through the VWAP to the upside, maybe that 594.30 area, you'd want to see some strength push that higher. Same with MSTR. Like we just got that bounce on MSTR there, but we also just got some news from Waller. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mimi. On both Meta and MSTR. Obviously, MSTR showing a lot more strength right now than Meta. In fact, uh, so Mimi, actually, Meta is one of my favorite stocks to short, admittedly, but it can move pretty quickly. Right, the spreads on it get pretty wild, pretty fast. But keep an eye on the Qs. Qs are pulling back to the VWAP. Right, the SPY is now below the VWAP. It's testing the 200 EMA. I'm glad we trimmed up on Microsoft. We still have position in Microsoft, which is fine. But right now it's just more of like risk management. That if markets decide to pull back and I'm long an expensive stock like Microsoft, that could put me in a world of hurt pretty quick. So I'm looking for the Tesla trade to break down. MSTR. I actually like that trade under the close. So at the close long, if it holds it, under the close short, Mimi. Here come the cues, guys, to the downside. Be careful. Ooh, do I take coin again? Second chance? What do you guys think? Right here at the close? Guys, SPY breaking down. Be careful. Let's see if we can get Tesla to finally break. Yeah, on coin, guys. What do you think? Second chance? Call it like 325, maybe? Nah. Yeah, 70% say no. Right on. Yeah, I've already got Tesla short anyway. Decent size there. Ooh, Elon saying solar power will be the vast majority of energy in the future in a tweet. I'm not sure what that means, but let's look at EMPH at $60. You know, do we take a little bit of a YOLO trade? Not really my style. As you guys know, I don't like YOLO trades, but for $60, that's kind of cheap. Yeah, maybe. Well, the big thing is there's a lot of order flow in those names and a lot of hype in those names right now, right? And they're propped up pretty well. Um, Hence why I was looking at Coin and Tesla today because they were going to be, in my opinion, the movers. Like whatever they do today, that's going to dictate